That's trop chaud.
Hey!
Oh, we're live. Good morning.
Don't throw your knife and fork in the air.
What are you having for lunch, breakfast, second breakfast?
It's a
lunch today.
courgette and goat cheese crumble.
Ooh.
With lardons.
Lardons?
Yeah.
Not with lard on, with lardons.
With lard on it.
One thing.
Yeah, lardons.
Explain.
Lardons is a French word for like little pieces like that of it's like pork. It's like little tiny pieces of bacon.
Like bits of ham,
like cued meat. Yeah.
Delicious.
All right.
I love the way you're like, lardons, guys.
Lardons,
yeah. Like, yeah, that French word.
No, posh English people use the word lardons. Gordon Ramsay used the word lardon, so you should know.
He's Scottish, but yeah.
Scottish. do we look like posh people, Fred?
Well, I don't know, Jack. Actually, you look quite suave.
Do I?
Yeah, mate. Your hair at the moment, swept back. You look definitely like you could pull off a Lord of the Manor. Going to the cricket.
Yeah.
Definitely, mate.
My granddad's hat.
Suits you perfectly. There you go.
This is going to look good after all this lockdown stuff when I can bring back the mullet as well.
Oh, dear.
Mine's gone. Don't have the mullet anymore. Anyway, introduction. Today, we are doing the first game of the test match series in France between England and France. It was held in Apt, a little area where they wanted to develop the sport.
Very well known for their lardons there, actually.
Yeah.
They have very nice lardons in Apt. And so first test match between France and England. So I think this is the first time England and France play each other since the World Cup.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So it was it's a great opportunity to see how both teams have changed since the World Cup final.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of improvements across the board.
So you guys been having fun without me? Been checking
Mate,
in.
it's been brilliant.
Trying to.
We can just diss you all the time, and you won't come up to anything about it.
I've noticed.
Oh wait.
What's that? What?
Hang on.
Mate, you go, oh wait, and then doesn't say anything.
And then just shuts up.
Yeah, no, wait. There you go. That's it. That was the message.
Just wait.
So Jean-Marc, I've already told you, but you probably won't remember, is the Spanish team manager. We have Adrien Zitel with us. Hello, Adrien. He's just bought an RGK Elite.
That we're going to be watching.
Adrien, c'est ta vidéo qu'on va regarder là, le premier match à Apt entre la France et l'Angleterre. En fait, on l'a trouvé. En fait, la qualité est pas mal, donc on peut l'analyser. So Adrien has just bought a brand new RGK Elite.
Oh, I saw the pictures. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I know.
Alors, comment c'est le fauteuil, Adrien?
So we had a guy as well, Scott Cooper, who got his. Like he finally got his through, and it was like just when we started the lockdown, and it was like, poor guy.
Yeah, you just want to get in it, don't you?
Yeah, imagine like it turns up there it is. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Can't do anything with it. But I mean, I've noticed Adrien and his team have started training again outdoors. They're not allowed to play in their normal venue, but they've been playing like on an athletic. Well, not playing. They've just been exercising in their chairs on an athletic area. I don't know what it's called, like a 400
like a running track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it's called a running track in England. I didn't know.
All right. Right. So I'm gonna start getting underway. The first thing we're going to do.
Oh,
so wait. Fred said wait, and then didn't do anything in the end.
So,
Tom's
thank you
here!
very much.
Tom Haliwell. Mate, what a surprise.
Oh, my man.
Class, look at you.
Again, what's happening to your hair?
It's getting too long.
Mate.
It's just like that.
Slightly too long. God, it's bouncy, mate. It's bouncy.
Mate,
Give
it's
me
got
some.
life. Look at it.
Ah, mais Adrien, ça va demander du temps et de l'énergie pour le maîtriser à fond, le fauteuil. Franchement, il faut beaucoup s'entraîner avec le fauteuil pour le maîtriser à 100%.
I'm glad you're here, actually, Tom. because
Surtout les Azékas, ça peut être un peu sauvage parfois. Sorry, go ahead.
once Seb stops speaking French.
He's talking to the audience. It's all right.
Not my fault the whole audience is coming for me and they're only speaking French.
I wanted to put a question up for Seb mainly, but Tom, you can answer it too. So if you are the second player in defence, which offensive player do you
Here
mark?
we go.
Hey, things can be so situational that your question's ridiculous.
Well, what's your answer, Tom?
You should mark.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. You cut off. We'll stick with that. Thank you for your answer, Tom. Let's start the game.
I can't hear it. Seb's like drumming on knives and forks. It's gonna be the post.
What's your answer, Tom?
You don't want to...
What's your answer, Tom?
But
From here, I'm still hovering. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, so there is a French player on this far right.
Jack would go round Seb.
There is
On the try line that Jack thinks
Mate,
different.
just move on it. I mean, God, you can't admit
Yeah,
to your
so
own
here
errors.
we go.
just pause it, just in case. Let's explain to Tom what happened.
Okay, here we go. So here we
I
have.
don't want to do this.
Seb.
We just watched the game. God,
Of course, you don't want to do it because you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. Go on, show it then.
So Seb is supposed to be marking Danny here
No,
because there is a winger.
Yeah, but you've chased over there. Are you ready to stop Fabian now? Come in. No.
Of course, I am.
And now look at him, but I'm ready in between the posts.
You should be marking Danny.
To be fair, I watched the stream and I agree with both of you because if there were communication there, then I don't think
Pick
that
a
would
side, Tom.
so,
No, mate. If you actually communicated with me, I could have either gone around or you would have gone around me.
You should know who your man is.
You weren't on your man, mate. And I had to come in and
I
cover for
turned
you.
round and I don't know if you watched that, but I stopped my man.
It wasn't your man. You came to help someone else. Anyway, let's watch the game
So
and
I
we'll go
stopped
through it
my
another
man,
time.
and then you didn't get to yours.
I
And
don't
then
have
you
time for
tried
this.
to
I've
say
got
on the
things
stream,
to do
listen,
this
no,
afternoon.
I'm not having you badmouth me when I'm not here to defend myself.
Mate,
You
just
sat in
admit
the
it. You're
stick, not
shit.
marking
You're
the right
shit. You're
person.
shit. You're shit.
I came back
Admit
to
it.
the right place.
You're the worst
and
player
you
in the
didn't
world.
Mark
The
your
worst
man.
player in the world.
You
Let's
didn't
get it.
mark your man.
God.
Lazy,
I
lazy.
can't
person.
even mute
Lost
anyone.
the World
Sorry,
Cup
guys.
because of this guy. Nearly lost the Ashes score because of this guy. Nearly lost everything. I mean, I lost the grand final because of this guy.
Oh, Tom, how does your can you just flip your camera sideways for us quickly?
oh yeah. Oh, that's wrong way.
There we go. Boom. There he is.
There we go then.
Right, we've got a hell of a lot of French people that have, Ben here has also just got an RGK Elite, and they're saying that they're really afraid of it because it's actually quite wild and very
Actually,
reactive.
What Ben's saying is Seb's always eating, I think is what Ben's saying. Pretty sure.
And he's wild.
The message before that.
Oh,
Why
sorry.
are you two so occupied
But that's not me. That's
at trying to pull me down?
after just chanting.
Oh, we don't have to try to do that, Seb.
Your shit. But guys, why are you always attacking me?
Those bubbles have messed your hair up. Messed. M-E-S-T. Huh. Nice spelling.
Look at him. Why are you pulling me down? And then you're just attacking poor Scratch, mate.
Hey, he's literally just come out of school. He should know how to spell messed.
Thing is, I know one person that would make that spelling error, and that is Scraps. The amount of messages I have to answer back saying, "What did you just say then?"
Mate,
You
it's
don't have to know how
like
to spell to play rugby.
deciphering messages is a skill, mate.
Is a smart play on
Come
pitch, but off of it.
Complete idiot. Yeah, I know.
Wow. Yeah.
Actually, just recently we saw the Jack. I saw you liked it or something. The video of his pass in the England WRL group from 2017.
Yeah,
Or was it
you put that
2018?
thing up. Yeah, it came up on my timeline for some reason.
Because Martin Lane posted in it yesterday.
Yeah,
Right, so do some of
it
them.
was a sexy pass.
It was a nice pass. Yeah, I remember watching it go fly past me. I went, well done.
The thing I remember is 2 minutes before that, saying to Laney, it's like, it's going to get to you eventually. It's not going to get there in one pass. And then the next player, Scraps, just throws it from the opposite wing.
1 second. I think something just happened, which I never thought would happen. I believe Sarah said, Seb, do you want some more? And he said no.
What?
How did you get that?
Yeah!
Yeah. That is what happened.
Are you feeling
shocking. It's just, I eat enough in front of this stream, and I think people are getting fed up of watching me eat. So I thought, maybe let's cut down a bit on it, and I'll just,
That was good, though. I'm
focus on the game. Now that it's actually going to start after 12 minutes of streaming already. I'm a busy man. I've got things to do.
Are you ready to behave yourself now and do this
great news. Breaking news. On Tuesday, the gyms are opening again here in France. So I'm going to get back to doing some sport. I'm going back to the gym on Tuesday.
As in, like the gyms as in the halls, or as in
No. As in the workout areas.
Okay.
But you have to reserve in advance and maximum time limit of 60 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I've reserved for Tuesday morning. I'll be going to the gym for the first time. I'll be doing sport for the first time in the last 3 months, maybe.
Wow, me and Lottie have been rock climbing, mate.
Right, actually, outdoor rock climbing or indoor?
Outdoor. There's a little scout hut near us that's got one on on a wall.
So
the quality is a little low because it was filmed on a camera, but
on a phone.
We should be able
as opposed to
So we have Tom, Seb, James, Jack, and Scraps for England, and for France.
Is this your first? Tom, is this the first time? Oh no, you played in the World Cup against France, didn't you?
Yeah, this is the first time properly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you were in the World Cup pool games. You were sort of handicapped in that sense because we were told we're not allowed to do anything we've been working on.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Thing is, I think
we've already talked about this. If you're frustrated, you weren't on the stream when we talked about this. Go back to the old stream. But we're not going to repeat it.
We're going to cut back now and have a second plate getting lowered in.
I missed hosting these things so much.
Adrien just mentioned...
started scoffing his face full.
Adrien's just mentioned that this was the game where he did the that video montage of Matt with his hip thrust. Elle était trop bien cette vidéo, Adrien. On s'était rigolé, quoi.
So this was just filmed by a member of the audience, wasn't it?
It was by
Adrien. It's a player, Adrien, yeah.
Nice.
He's I think he's getting into the French team now. Or he's definitely part of their equivalent of the EPU kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
That's England Performance Program. Or Unit, sorry.
Unit.
It's changed now, isn't it? Because they've got a couple of them.
That's a bad error from Emmerich then. They didn't get that, did they? Right, so on the French side, let's see who they've got. They've got Gilles. They have Moose. Emmerich. Miguel Gon.
And
what numbers, guys?
And that guy does look like, what's his name again? I forgot his name. Complete dick from Anglet. I forgot his name.
Always just
I don't like him. Yeah. Is it him? Oh, just when he comes close. The guy that's playing now is the one I've got a doubt on.
Cover on there. Good.
It might be Lionel, actually. He kind of pushes his hair like Lionel. But a fatter Lionel. Right, so what happened there? It's nice having a view from quite far back, but we can't see the details as much.
Yeah, you can't see the details, can you? If you wanted to work out what exactly the call was, but at least you
need
get
an in between
the setups and stuff like that.
So maybe we'll actually focus on the game rather than the reffing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll stop judging all the reffing.
Working to censor you.
No, that's not Lionel. I do think that's Jan Meunier.
I didn't realise they dropped that early.
Yeah, who cares about an early drop kick, mate? We scored the first drop kick in the game, the Test match, France against England in the World Cup, and look how that helped.
By like
70 to 20 or something. It's ridiculous. Salut David.
So
God, we have another. There's literally only French people watching, and the two Nathans.
I was about to say Scraps and Muller was definitely near. Wait, I can tell you.
Got my biggest fan, Scraps, watching. So.
Definitely balls in here.
I don't know why Scraps watches this because he always gets criticised here.
By
you being lazy.
Adam Moulds in here. You all right, mate? Tom Martin's in here.
It looks like they're trying to do our triangle. It's funny.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. It does.
God, what copycats!
Oh,
ooh,
Seb. What are you doing?
You're doing Gilles' trick. Gilles just got you on his own trick.
Ain't got a penalty.
No. Did he now?
Yeah, mate.
How was I offside? Matt,
you sat there waiting for him to come over.
How was your offside?
Don't pull it back.
Oh, mate, every 2 seconds you want me to pull it back.
Yeah, I don't have time
I've
today.
had my orders from Jade. I've got to get this stream done today. She wants to get on Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, I've got to do as quick as possible as well. I'm going for a walk in the mountains to this beautiful cave. I'll send you pictures.
Thanks.
Yeah. So what's going on now?
Penalty, I think they're taking 2.
Was there not the sound of the... Oh, you can't put the sound on because it's Facebook.
No, it's just a guy.
No, I know, but you can still get the sound of the game slightly.
Oh, yeah,
that background noise. Sometimes you can...
I can try and get it. I probably didn't click the box. Give me a sec.
Oh, look at us in white again. I love
everyone's like this.
Big and good looking.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, there we are. Let's go back. Yeah, because for those who don't know, we have to watch the game on a small screen like this. We can't put it in big. Only Jack can.
So yeah, only when I'm editing. I like to stay on here so I can see your pretty faces though.
Right, it's skipping slightly. Every time Jack hosts, it's always skipping.
Why does everyone pick on me?
All I can do is Simo.
Oh, Simo screaming, yeah.
It's just like, push, get out, get out.
One.
Mate, watch that whole thing back. That was quite a good set.
But, turn the volume down a little bit. On the game.
Yes, the FFR has announced we would start again around September or October or November. So here's a drive from me.
A 3-month window.
Yeah. Me to Scraps. Scraps to Tom. Tom gives it to me. Win that duel. Give it to Jack. He plays in his back. Beats him on the wing. Gets tackled. Penalty, but it doesn't matter. Play on. And we all play. Bam, bam. Bam.
Nice.
That is so simple rugby, but so effective.
So the biggest difference between that and that in other games is Tom then did his job perfectly. You hit into their defender, yeah, they're committed to me. Offload. Like you could have battled and tried to get the try yourself.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't getting there. I knew I wasn't getting there because I had moves on me. So
I think doesn't matter. Just play it on. I think globally, what happened there is, people weren't over trying things. People just sticking to the classic job of I've got people with me now. Let's stop it. Yeah, pass the ball or get tackled, and just kept playing for the next player. No one overplayed it. No one tried to fight too much. It was just classic going through the drives, and then eventually just there's loads of space and just pass the wing, which is someone that any team can do. It looks pretty, but any team can pass the ball 4 times.
I think I think this is a start for where we actually do start everyone realising what individual jobs they've got in their team.
Yeah, I think
me,
we've had it in the past where people try too hard, don't we, and try to do something that's not that they don't do at club level and stuff like that. It's like everyone's got into the England for a reason, for what they've been seen doing in club. And when people have stuck to the jobs in England, it just works so much better.
Like for me, this is the first time I've been able to
knock on, Tom.
Oh, what the time is?
What were you going to say for me? That this is the first time I did an awful knock on.
Well,
is that what you're saying?
You can say that, but to be fair, this is the first time in the actual England squad that I've actually been given the freedom to play my style of rugby, if you know what I mean. Whereas
if you look at like Ryan in the World Cup, he was told specifically exactly what he had to do and what drives he had to do, when he had to play the ball and stuff.
Yeah. Well, 2017 it were all triangles, so it were all running and focusing on them lines where I like to
everyone had to do that job, didn't they? But now we're at a point where we can sort of play around with his team and we've got a lot more options from it.
I think that's a bit more to do with like what we're saying before, where you've got to trust your other players. I think that's more to do with the coaches to trust in our sort of playing ability as well.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to World Cup where I got 57 minutes in the whole tournament, that's
tough, dude. When they said that the other week, I was like, Jesus.
Look at the silver lining is look where you've come now, Tom.
Yeah. At least
you're one of the stars, mate.
You could have dwelled on it and like gone back on your hole.
Did you just see that pass from Tom? Oh, watch it back. I want to see that pass from Tom. It was brilliant.
Just pause it. Finish what you said.
Did you go back?
Yeah. I'm not going back too far.
We're going about Scratch's pass, sort of like all this and that, but this pass, it's up there. It's up there.
You went back quite a lot.
Yeah, I did.
It's from here.
Sorry, just leave it because it's hard with Facebook to you can't do back 5 seconds, can you?
No.
And I just focused on Tom's pass here. He does the brilliant decision of jumping the guy on his left and going to the next guy.
I think it was to you, Seb, to be honest.
Mate, it's often to me because I'm always in the right spot for you.
That was a shame that Simo didn't come up with that play.
And I think you jumped me actually.
Yeah, that's nice.
I draw in the defender and Jack's free.
It's a difficult read to make as well, that to see who's going to be available. And you score.
Haliwell.
Oh, buzzing because this is my first ever try against Francie. And I thought if I could play
nice. A complete different start to the last game. We've scored 2 tries to nothing already. They had 1 drop kick. So this is I think Scrap misses this actually. Scrap misses so many kicks this game.
The roles reverse as such. You guys are playing a lot more fluid. Basically, it's exactly the same as the game we just watched, but the other way around. England are playing a bit more fluid, a bit more team based.
I think France warm up a little bit soon, but
sooner than we did.
Wait, did he miss that kick or not then? Because I'm sure he missed loads of kicks this game.
Probably.
We don't watch kicks.
Do you remember, Tom? And you didn't swap for some reason.
I don't know. I can't remember why we did swap, but I don't know.
Yeah,
normally.
I'm sure he missed at least four kicks in this game.
He got a drop goal though, so that's all right.
That's 1 point instead of 8.
So now we're going backwards a little bit now. The last 2 runs, there's been no support. 3 runs, no support.
So I think this is because we've just scored the try, and what we're trying to do is just complete. We don't want anything else rather than we just want to complete.
Yeah,
the first set after the score. Oh, that's a shame. That could have been a score. That was a 3-on-2.
That was a 3v2. That should have been a try.
Should have missed the man. I should have gone past it straight to wing.
You don't read as well as Haliwell does.
I do not. No.
The thing is, in this game, I think the build-up, we're all literally just, right, we need to play simple. We need to complete our sets. And if we complete our sets, then
Yeah, we could
we've
throw
got
something on at the end of the set. Yeah.
Yeah. And it were all on a high percent, high finish, a high knot finish.
Yeah,
So
high note finish.
To get a try, get a repeat set up in and in there. And I think that were our main goal, focus or whatever.
But the order was definitely after having scored a try to complete and not take any risk.
Yeah.
So I think that's why
we have that saying in France, didn't we? Where if we scored a try, the points don't count unless we complete the next set, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which we didn't always do, but
tried our best.
You mean you didn't call out to the ref and say, no, those ones don't count. Take them off.
that doesn't count. Take them off. Take them off.
All the way down, all the way down. I look forward.
Forward.
He's lost his wheel. That's a shame. I don't know why my pass was slightly late and then Scrap's pass was slightly late, and that made it difficult for you, Jack.
That sounded almost nice.
Thing is, I reckon the way to combat that is just to come up deeper. If we're a little deeper going into it, then we've got more time to make the pass and make the decision.
Yeah, we were a little flat.
Definitely.
I think that's the difference in wheelchair game. Like France do it so well. Their depth in their plays is so good. So they've got a lot more time to make the pass and make the decision on when to run or not. Whereas with us, it's always...
They're always like 3 meters behind, aren't they, when they're running the lines? They're very rarely flat.
It's like
hang on. Tom, did you not get the memo? You're not on this live to compliment the French, you know?
Yeah, you have to. When I see
someone's got to, Seb.
Yeah, someone's got to. Although FFC,
I don't want it to be me.
FFC for the win. What's this? What's happening? 2 tags on his shoulder. That's it. That was bad. It didn't. I don't know what happened there to Simo, because he wasn't actually taking a drive. He wasn't going anywhere, and then he did a. I don't know. He didn't hit anyone and still turned around on himself, and then went back in, and then put 2 tags on his shoulder. I don't know what happened then. A brain fart. Quick brain fart.
Just a brain fart. Is this the game where Simo passes the ball to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm on the inside calling for the ball and he goes and gives it to Moose instead, and Moose goes the length.
Really? Oh, I don't remember that.
I think it was a kick.
James even joked about it, didn't he? James even jokes about it. It's like, I'm the only person that has got assists for the opposing team.
He almost had it twice in Australia when passing to Bailey.
Oh
yeah.
I wind him up for this day now.
Yeah,
good sliding defense from us then. There was no way getting through us.
Yeah.
Simo is so loud.
That's what he does.
You get used to it. You get used to it when you play with him week in, week out. Sometimes you just like get a mute button and you just like press it and you can't hear him.
That's it. It's like it's all well and good for when it's like calls that are important or calls that are useful. When it's just like yeah, you're like, yeah, there's no point for this. Boy, we don't have the ball. What are you calling?
I think the thing with Simo is so good at just like calming people down. So for me at domestic, I'm always trying to do out the door passes and try to do flick passes and stuff. And he's there like Tom has a time and place, and it's just like, all right, let's just calm down.
Tom,
great kick. Who kicked that?
Yeah.
I think it was you, Tom. Was it you? No.
No, he gets tackled and passed it. Yeah, Scraps.
Yeah, Scraps puts it in.
It was a really good kick. Great bounce.
That's one area of the game that Scraps is just, you just can't write it. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really good.
The thing is, it's his consistency with it. Like when I play and stuff, I can get maybe two out of five great kicks, and then the others just go fucking miles, and it's just like what? But he seems to consistently do it.
I think he's probably one of the best like kickers in actual game. One of the best in-game kickers in the world. He's just the way it holds up at the perfect time, which is just.
But that's it. I've never seen him have a really dodgy bounce off of his kicks, and it's like there's got to be something he's doing.
Maybe it's because he's kicking from so low down. It might make a difference.
Maybe. Oh, that was a bit forward.
That was a bit forward, yeah. Cheers, Tom. He says.
Still misses loads of conversions though.
Yeah, you're not better than me at conversions. But if you look, we're not even deep at all, so it's literally just
I remember that.
Oh, that was good, that was.
You're welcome, Seb.
But if you looked back on that, we were literally in a straight line. So it was
you're lucky I pushed hard enough for that.
It almost looked like you were setting up for defense on that.
I definitely wasn't expecting that kick. I can assure you that. I really wasn't.
I think I just shouted it as I came past him. And as soon as what's his name chases, I go Seb.
It's Gilles. Yeah, Gilles on me.
Yeah, Gilles jumps, and that's what creates the space for you.
Yeah,
we're flat there.
Offense, then we were so flat.
To be fair, I remember sitting there at the time and seeing that try go in. I was just thinking, oh my god, that's unbelievable. Is that? I remember fifth and last, we had something called, and I was just like when a person in my position, you've got a picture in your head of what the game's gonna look like. So I want to get a drive there, and we can do something off back of it. And at fifth and last, we could try and pin him in. So I'm like, come, passes the ball, we'll pin him in here, get a little kick into touch and pin him in here. And I see that kick on the other side, and I'm like, oh my god, Jack, what are you doing? And I see Seb just score it corner. Sometimes you're just like, well, you have to just applaud yourself and think, oh my god, that's a class team try.
Sometimes you've got to take the risk.
It's like that with at Leeds with Josh Butler. It does my head in. I'm like, Josh, just calm down a bit, lad, and we can play off the back here. And he's there going boom, 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 and he ends up scoring in corner. Yeah, I'm just like, well done on scoring.
Wayne used to get really annoyed at that with me and Harry because Wayne would be giving us jobs to do like that. He'd say, right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that during the sets. And me and Harry would always do the opposite, and we did it on purpose just to annoy him. But Harry would score off it, or we'd get a kick, or we'd get a dropout and stuff. So Wayne would get so angry because he couldn't say we were wrong.
Oh, if I would have.
Oh god, that was hard to watch.
He does it again, and this is what's frustrating me, Ryan, because I'm there for the offload. I'm hesitating, and then I do come, and I'm there, but then he doesn't give it, and I don't understand why.
It's happened a lot throughout, especially watching all these back. You don't quite realise how many times he doesn't give the ball when it's on.
That was an uncatchable ball, if anyone was wondering.
No one said anything.
He'll jump over the top.
Seb, you're really quiet today. Are you okay?
He wants to get done for this walk, doesn't he?
He knows he's got some mistakes coming.
No. Great chasing from me there. No, it's just I don't want to bring it back too much today because I've got to go.
He's trying to stay quiet so he can get the stream done quicker.
This is where they disallow my try. I got the video of this.
Second half, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the second half, isn't it? So in this game, they disallowed a try, and then I had a friend that was actually on the side of the pitch just filming the try, and you can clearly see, it's so clear that it's a try. And I showed the rest that, and I said, "Oh yeah, well it was difficult to see." Yeah, right, motherfucker.
They bought this the game you got man at match.
It was, mate. Yeah. It's the one I got that beautiful trophy.
What happened there in that corner?
I've left at my parents' house because I'm scared of breaking it.
Guys, can we just pay attention to Twig in the bottom left corner? Wait, just wait for it.
Taking notes.
This little girl's going to get really scared as well. Now.
That's class.
And he made her go away. She was scared. Poor girl.
I think she comes back later on, and at some point he like bangs his hand down on the table for a call or something. And this girl just was screaming.
I think our goal line D in this game were actually decent. To be fair.
Yeah, we're getting set up, we're sliding over, picking his man.
Gilles wasn't. His chair wasn't square then. Honestly, Gilles gets away with so many things. It's ridiculous.
Ooh.
That was lucky.
I was just about to say this one's a little bit crappy this set.
Yeah. Enforced error.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see now how the team sort of trust goes from now.
If we complete this D set, then I think that's props to us. That really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because if you look where we give the ball away.
Yeah, and like in that pool game where we gave them so much possession in our half, that's what really clinched it for them, wasn't it, in the World Cup pool game? But defensively,
I still don't like this way of defending. When we watch that back, that's actually quite interesting. It's just that way how James. I don't think he does it anymore, but he still stayed quite far back. Can you watch it back or not? Can you go back like a bit? And he's not up in the line. And if look at James here. If that guy got through, that's two of our defenders that would be offside because of James not being on the defensive line with her. And really, luckily, they dropped the ball or something. I'm going to get it back. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I think he thought Ryan had chair position, but Goran was able to.
There was no way he had chair position there. He was reaching so far.
Another drop. Oh, they missed it. They tried drop kicking it.
Shouldn't there be a knock on from someone?
I think it might have been a kick.
Well, it puts the drop kick, and I think it hits Ryan's chair or something, which would class as a charge down, wouldn't it? But then it goes forward off a French player. If they're not playing at it, I suppose they just play on. So it's not end up well. Drop out. Ryan can hoof these all the way up the pitch.
So we've got Kevin Pastor coming on, and Florian Gutadoro.
Oh, I remember
two Avignon players. Florian had an impressive performance in the second test match, yeah.
Great kick. Look at that. Do you remember that game, Tom, Halifax Leeds at our place, where it was like 3 times in a row that we had to do a dropout? Because our court's not very long. There. I think I put a drop kick in, and we got another drop out. You had to put a drop out in because we chased you. And then Ryan put it in, and you did exactly the same back to us.
That thing is, that could only happen in this game. It's like that. Only, can't happen in running game.
I need to find a video of it. We'll post it up or something because I bet that's a first, isn't it? Could be in Guinness books, Tom.
That was lucky then.
Because they had loads of numbers on us.
Simo sat back again, waiting for the kick, but didn't get the kick.
Yeah.
I think what France are doing is they're rushed. They're trying to rush everything.
I think it's It's funny how Kevin and sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
It's like they're trying to force the way over the line. It's like they need to score off every single play.
It's quite a new French team as well, this one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was just going to say,
Like,
it's funny how Kevin comes on thinking he's he's gonna come on and change everything. He has that attitude when he comes on. It looks like he thinks because he's a royal champion already. He's there to change the whole thing.
Yeah, there's a bit more individual play from France, which isn't like them. But like you say, that from the pool game, from the World Cup, that team that had been playing together for some of them for like 10 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then you've got a lot of new players coming into this French squad. They're in a bit of a rebuild, really. But that's it, innit?
I think he beats me on. Does he?
Yeah, that was the pass, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I put a kick in, bounce off the chair, and I think he catches it and passes it back on the outside like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember it because I think he tried to pass it to me, but I was nowhere. I was not there at all. Bounces off his chair.
Oh, yeah, he tried to get it out to you. I mean, it takes a lucky bounce for Moose, to be fair.
And after that try, this is where I regretted not preparing enough for this tour.
Right, because
I was slightly chubby, in fact, because I got beat in speed by Moose, which shouldn't happen. I was much faster than him.
He did have a head start.
Oh, he did, yeah. But in 2017, I would have caught back up with him.
Mm.
And this is where I was like really angry at myself for being slightly fat.
Were you just looking down at yourself like, come on?
This is your fault.
I've got to make an effort, mate. Had too many hash browns that morning or something. I don't know.
That's not like you.
I remember we were roomies for this tour, Seb. Do you remember?
Best roomies, yeah, mate. I do remember. And we were next door to Ryan and Scraps.
And Scraps broke the window.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
God, where we were staying though, the rooms were awful, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were a massive sweatbox.
Terrible.
Didn't he leave the window open or something? And he had loads of bugs in there.
Yeah.
Scraps did, yeah.
Yeah, because we were trying to go. We could hear him. We were trying to go to sleep, and all we could hear was banging all night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's banging. And it was him trying to catch all these moths with a bin.
Yeah, I bet. Wink. That's what the banging was. I just realised this is the King's debut as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
is,
was. Yeah.
Mate, it's mental to think that's how long. It's like
The
this.
thing is, it fit in so well. It was like unbelievable. It's like he's been playing international, like all his career. The way
when I was looking up this video, writing it out, I was like, when was that? Was that 2018? It was 2018, wasn't it? And I said, no, it was only last year, like half a year ago, if that.
Yeah, because there's literally the tryouts that him.
A year ago.
Yeah, him.
Well, it's about a year now, yeah.
I think it was Lewis and James got into the squad at the last tryout. And that's when.
Credit to the King. It's not an easy thing,
especially
for your
against
first
France as well.
Go back. What happened there?
Your first debut.
Just let's see.
You had 3 on this side of the post.
I think you were just covering for Ryan a little bit much.
I think the defence on the from England's right-hand side needed to come over.
I was coming over, and then one of the French players started coming this side again. But the player I was following, which
Ryan didn't
get involved
before that, I think.
Yeah, so he moves now to there, but then look, they all sort of go that side.
He stayed at marker where he should have pushed out and gone to that side.
Yeah, because you've got Simo and Seb this side of the post, and then the whole team swept over.
This is where Seb thought someone were coming back this way, which is an easy read. That's what happens. But like Simo needs to be pushing up closer to this. So
yeah, I think if Simo was close to me, I think I would have had the confidence to go the other side.
The drop in communication again. If we were all talking, we were literally saying they're going that side or this side or come this way or something like that. It was just a dip. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you Tom does the right
Sorry.
thing because he was going to push out and get this man
Yeah,
wrapping round.
me and Scraps were
But
trying to go out and try and get him, but I thought Ryan were on me inside, so I thought he were going to get it. But
yeah,
to be fair,
it wasn't that bad.
Like the amount of errors I've made through that, like doing that same thing, like is unbelievable. And now I've got into the game, like, so got in the mindset of knowing to put it this way, my defensive decision making's got so much better, like from it all. I mean, that game you streamed the other day about the pool game, and Danny did me on the thingy. I was just like, I don't think that would happen in a million years now.
Not now not now the way England defend. Take everybody takes responsibility for their man, and everyone is like, it was a game changer really in Australia when we all started to do that, defending off the shoulder but doing it together. It's like everyone did it before, right? I'll defend his shoulder and I'll be able to push him that way. But when you got all 5 players that are picking the same shoulder and pushing it at the same speed and in the same line, it's almost impenetrable.
Like in Australia, it was one person that called it, so they said, "Oh, right shoulder," and everyone to go to the right shoulder. I think that makes it easier for people to make a decision.
Yeah, it helps to make the decision on who their man is as well, because they've got to be, because you're thinking about which shoulder do I need to go to. You're automatically already marking your man. So
Lewis is on, mate. Fred.
You automatically mark the kick coming in.
Trying to remember when he started playing. I think he only started playing in like 2017.
Who's that? King?
Lewis.
Yeah, it was either 17. I'm trying to remember. It was either 17 or 16. No, 16. Because we went to the World Cup in 17. So yeah, it would have been 16.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah, man. There he is.
Here he comes to save the day.
I was gutted they stopped the play then.
There's nothing more annoying when you can get a quick play at the ball and there's just person up for right in front, and it's just like, oh, it winds me up so much.
I think there's
I fell down early on and they didn't stop the play. We'll still get the try anyway.
Oh, good try.
Scrap put himself on the line.
I didn't see what happened then.
I know.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's really hard with Facebook to get it. You can see my good drive. And,
I don't know, about 6-7 minutes, something like that.
So already though, their setup, France has got a player all the way out on this left hand.
Ryan's play of the ball's perfect. We even had a third man there. Seb was there as well. But
you could have even got back on the inside because no one moved over.
But that's a perfect example of when we say, when you get in the midfield, it's time for fast play of the ball, doing all that. But when you get to the try line, to teach yourself to be able to go, stop.
Yeah, it's a different game. Yeah.
Because I think everyone was getting ready to go and take a drive. I think I'd just stop and say, Ryan, go do a fast play of the ball at the sticks, pull 2 men in. And I think that's what I actually said. And he goes and does it. But then the other guys are able to set up and do what they're doing.
Like sometimes that we've, because me and Ryan have got a great partnership on field. So I literally go to him, right, just cause some trouble, like go up and cause some trouble, and then we can play off of the back of you. And that's what I said against Halifax a couple of times. I like, mate, just go out and just cause some trouble and just like mess around. And then
get them frustrated, get them chasing a little bit, get them reaching and stuff.
Like people think us at Leeds have got like the most disciplined and structured system going, and it's just like it's like we have structures in place, but that's literally just to fall back on. So we start off structured and we work our way into getting like play off the cuff and play what you see, because Gilly literally brought into us that we have to earn the right to play before we start playing. Because he said you have to do the simple stuff, and you have to do the simple stuff before you can actually do the good stuff, if you know what I mean.
Go on, Lou.
Ooh.
I thought he might have got that.
Yeah, he was too quick to put the tag back on. He made the call before the ref did.
It was a sneaky try from Scrap then. Sneaky bastard.
Sometimes being smart.
He can only get through that because he's so
Yeah,
small.
man.
I don't know how he would get through that otherwise. Oh! But that was good because it was frustrating because there was a few times there we could
Like
have
a
a
little
really...
Rob Burrow, isn't it?
And then actually we do score from nothing. Well done, Scrap.
Yeah,
But
get the kicker.
it was like what Tom said before, though. It's like sometimes those little things that just come off, you're like, oh, okay. It's like,
it's like, it just winds me up. Like whenever I'm like, sometimes in like, I think it were like the home nations where we were like, we were doing something, and I like, right, we'll get a one on here, we'll go down the line, and next minute, I can't remember, but someone broke through, and I was like, that's against the game plan. That's against what.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was.
Stop making yards.
Yeah, that one was a tough one as well. I remember sitting down in a conversation. Was like, "Yeah, Fred, we like what you do. If you can do that, but we want you to do this." And I was like, "It's literally opposite of what you've just." Okay.
Right, how? Just watch that back because how fast was my play the ball then?
Oh, there he is.
Honestly,
blowing his own trumpet.
Always, mate.
Through there. Tag.
To be fair, that was quick. I'll give you that.
That was magic.
I think that was mainly down to Scraps just being there, and you're like, "Oh, I need to get him the ball."
Scraps' presence.
Yeah.
And goes for a drop kick.
2 1 point.
Yeah. Get in there.
Jack, I guess how many drop goals would you say you've got in your career?
I think I scored about. I actually got, I think, 5 against Dundee Dragons a couple of years ago. We were playing on a basketball pitch and we couldn't get through. We were playing on a basketball pitch and we were struggling to get through, so we just kept getting the ball back. It was a bit stupid, to be fair, but I think I got 5 in that game. I've probably only got that one from the World Cup, the first one in the World Cup, and that one internationally. In games.
Oh,
I might have got 1 or 2 against.
Now.
1 or 2 in the games, in Halifax games, but.
And I was expecting Jack to do a fast play of the ball there, but not fast enough. So
that was nice.
Overrun it.
If people were pushing up there, I reckon. Oh, we are playing off the back of it.
It was just too late. The first
it's
one.
A little bit late, wasn't it?
I think it's hard sometimes because sometimes Jack and Ryan can do the unthinkable where they can just use the hips and they can go around someone, and like if you're playing with them, you're just like, right, where they're gonna go next, and you don't want to cut their line up where they're eventually gonna go. It's
a hard read, like especially if like with Ryan and like Josh, when they go in a line, you can't foresee where they're going to make that line break and stuff. So like if we're always going to be a little bit late because you have to react to their line break and what they've done. You're like, oh God, I've got to get there now. You can't really.
I think it comes through playing with people as well. Like
100%
for a long amount of time. Because for me, I didn't understand the way that you used to play, like you play, Jack. I just couldn't get my head around it. I was thinking, right, if I could get Jack off of the back of me, I think he could be so much more of a threat than him getting the ball there and then doing it like that. But when you did it like that, it works. So it's just like you can't knock it because it works, and it's just like that's what I thought. Like originally, I was just like, how does he do it? But now, like, if I could get him off the back of me, then I think it would be a lot easier to be able to.
The biggest thing for me was trying to get out of the being a finisher role. It's like,
oh yeah, man. As soon as you run and scored a couple of tries, your role turns into a gameplay one.
Yeah, from the beginning, like in 08 and 13, my role was more finishing players and stuff. It wasn't until like the Euros time when I had to start thinking about, all right, I need to set other people. I need to make more drives, do more donkey work.
Yeah. I think the thing is as well, people know who you are now. They know how much of a threat you are. So they tend to over defend on you. Like if you take the ball, there might be 2 defenders, might be 3 defenders thinking, oh shit, it's Jack Brown. Let's defend on him, which opens so many gaps for the other players on the pitch.
You just got to get into that mindset of when you're getting people, when you do collect them people, that you have to give that ball out. You've got to set somebody else, because making that switch, I'm a lot better right now, but by no means perfect. But making that switch from the finisher to the playmaker is like, you just got to think differently. Because if you go into 3 and you're like, oh, there's half a gap there, I'll try it. It's like, don't even try it.
It's one of those
thing what I learned. I'll go on, Fred.
I was going to say, it's one of those things mid-run where you'll bounce through someone, you'll be like, oh, hang on. And then there's someone else there, and it's like, right, if I go left, there's a little gap. It's a possibility. But if I go right, I can get another player as well. It's like, that's when your head changes, when you're aiming to physically draw more players to you.
Yeah, I think for me, thing that I learned I didn't learn it in Australia, I already knew it, but I think Tom Coyd literally reiterated that if you've got the ball in your hand, you're the first option. So you're gonna. I think, right, if I've got the ball in my hand, I'm the only threat now. But if I see a player in a different position, then that's the better option. But you, like, for a halfback or someone in the same position as me, you've got to think about yourself first. In the back of your mind, you've got your thingy, but you've got the plan that you've setting out in your head. But if that gap opens, but you're like, no, I've got to stick to the plan, then you've just cut off a try scoring opportunity. And in Australia, I think that's what really clicked, because I always knew it, but I always go against it and always stick to the plan and be structured. But in Australia, I think that's the time where I actually just like, right, I'm the actual threat here. And I think I scored 2 tries against Australia just by like.
You got to think first, don't you? When you've got the ball, it's like, can I run it? Can I pass it? Can I get a tackle?
Yeah, your first one is always a try scorer. So if you go in as a try scorer, so your first goal is a try scorer. Everything else is an option. That's how you have to think of it. So your main line is, I can score off of this. And then from then on, anyone that comes up, their options to score. That's when it turns from an individual to a team. Because most of the time when a support run comes, they'll make a gap for you to go through anyway.
Exactly.
So if they don't move, then they're on. Then that's when the decisions change. They're not in your hands anymore. It depends what the defenders do.
And then, like, ever since that, so if I get the ball up and I'm taking a drive up, if I don't draw in 2 players off of the back of me trying to go myself, then I think I'll be selfish. Me just going one-on-one and one person tackling me. Because then I never created something off the back of it. Because so I want every drive or everything I do to be beneficial for the team, so we can always end up scoring off the back of it, always doing stuff off the back of it. So if you see me, I always try and get in between 2 players and draw 2 players in, so then after the back we can get like an overlap and we can eventually score off the back of it.
Yeah. The biggest thing from these videos is what Seb brings up, is that that battle. So when you are in them situations where you can't have 2 players, or there isn't 2 players and someone's got you, just doing something as simple as getting tackled at the side of him or just on the other side of the person means they can't be a marker. Just little battles like that.
Yeah, winning your duel. Small details that can change everything in the game.
I'm getting they're playing the Oscar music for me at the sidelines here, boys.
Yeah, I've got to go too anyway. So it was a great watch. I'm not sure what the score is right now. Is that how many tries did we actually score? Quite a lot already. And have they scored 1?
You're pretty safe in this game.
They're definitely up. I think they've scored 1, maybe 2. No, they scored 2.
They've scored 2.
They've got 2 tries and a drop goal.
Yeah,
we scored what, like 2 drop goals and maybe 4 tries.
Yeah, maybe
I think
4
so.
tries. Scraps has got 2. I've got 1.
And
I got 1.
Yeah, we've got a couple.
So we've got 5.
Everybody, 15 for your beard struggles. There it is.
15.
I feel left out. I think I'm the only one that's not like.
Yeah, you are left out. Right. See you tomorrow then. I've got to go. It's a nice watch. I'm looking forward to watching the second half.
Yeah, mate.
Tom, are you free to do it with these guys tomorrow?
I think
I'm
you're back
working
at work
again.
now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm working.
yeah.
To do.
It's hard life.
Good life, mate.
Lewis on.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
could-
Luke's got
yeah.
it
I'll
on.
see. I'll give him a shout.
Get the king on.
Because then
I
he
don't
can
think
watch
Adam
him
on
score his
stream,
try in second half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Goodbye, guys.
Sweet. See you
Right,
tomorrow.
see ya.
12 o'clock.
All right.
Bye.
Ciao.